Happy Thursday, June the 20th of 2024. It's me, your buddy Donnie again with another Dolly review, and as always telling it like a TI is. Um Today I'm gonna bring you a twofer, okay? A twofer because rather than focusing on one doll, I'm gonna focus on a couple of sister dolls, and I call them sisters because, well, you'll see why. No, not these little ladies. The reason why I have this Teresa and this Shani over her is because they are simply guests of the on this video, because the real featured stars of this video are inside this case. But Teresa and Shani are here to lend a little moral support, I guess, or to illustrate a point that I'll get to in a minute. But for now, we're gonna say bye to Shani and Teresa, go off camera for just a few minutes, and you'll see why. Okay, in a minute. Okay, while Teresa and Shani are taking a little break, let me get to the real stars of this video. Lately, there's been a lot of hoopla about a Netflix documentary called Black Barbie or something like that. It's about Black Barbie, not only specifically the Black Barbie, but Black Barbie as a concept. I haven't seen it, the special. I want to see it. No, I do not have Netflix because, quite frankly, I can't afford it. So no, I have not seen it yet. But as much hoopla as there is about Black Barbie, and I appreciate it. There's actually Black Barbie has a sister. Okay, I would almost say twin sister, and you'll see why. And the sisters are her in this Barbie case. And I keep them in this case because well, I love the case because of the artwork. Artwork, that is very emblematic of the late 70s, early 80s. This was and will always be Barbie. Now, okay, ready to see them as the sisters now? Okay, well, here they are. And I keep them because they're very special. And no, I don't have duplicates. These are it. Ta-da! Presenting Hispanica Barbie, and Black Barbie. Yes, Consuelo and Tamika are sisters, and I'll explain why. Let me get them out. I know that I can be a little oversensitive when it comes to the subject of race, as it pertains to dolls and just life in general. Okay. And I don't mean to cry racism all the time, but again, when I suspect it, I feel some type of way. Now, now you can see why I chose that case to keep them is because these two other darlings, okay, also wore the exact same type of artwork, but of course in their respective ethnic variations. Okay, I call these dolls sisters because they are. They both were released in 1979, even though by a lot of accounts they're considered 80s Barbies. And I guess they are 80s Barbies because they they were made in 1979, but probably not available in stores until sometime in 1980. I was too little to remember. But anyways, here they are. So, one of the many reasons why I said these are sisters is because these are, as you can see, the same doll made in from the same molds. Let me get them out. Well, let's start with Miss Black Barbie. There is a time, okay, that a lot of you youngsters may have not ever heard or been familiar with, okay, but those of us of a certain generation know a term called dip dolls. Okay, dip dolls. Yeah, well, dip doll. What does that mean? Okay, dip dolls is a term coined many decades ago, long before ethnic variation was available in dolls, not just Barbies, but also other baby dolls and so on. And the reason why they were called dip dolls because they actually were. These were dolls that were conceived and made with molds that would depict white or Caucasian children, okay, and they would simply, okay, dip them in brown paint. Okay, so that's where the term dip doll came from. Okay, now with baby and toddler dolls, that concept is still happening. You know, American Doll, I mean American Girl, and many other dolls, are by definition considered dipped. But with particularly toddler and baby dolls, the concept of dip dolls, it kind of makes sense because babies, they all pretty much look the same. You know, it's not until we start growing up and get to a certain age is that children's ethnic features start manifesting themselves, and the child gain his or her ethnic identity by you noticing them, you know. But all babies basically have little round noses, puckered lips, chubby cheeks, So regardless of their ethnicity, most babies really do look alike. They really do. Alike, not identical, but alike. So it makes sense that toy companies would make their just one generic looking baby or even taller doll with different color plastics to depict different ethnicities, you know. But that concept was also used here in 1979. Okay. Oops, I dropped something. This is live. I don't edit. I'm sorry. I don't know how to edit. Maybe, one day I'll learn how to edit. Okay. Now, these by definition are dip dolls. Okay. Because, as you can see, they were made originally from a head mold that depicted a Caucasian or white young lady, namely the Steffi head mold. The Steffi head mold is ugly proof because, as you can see, she is gorgeous no matter what skin tone or hair she's given. So, whether she's white, black, Latina, or Asian, okay, again, the Steffi head mold is always absolutely gorgeous. Okay, now, like I said, these dip dolls, some people use the term, with disdain or they feel offended, but they're not. It's just that they really are, as you can see. Now, that is not to say there are no women who look like this, because there are. There are. And especially in the last 30 or 40 years, when people are interracial dating and mixing more so than ever before, yes, pretty much every combination of skin, hair, and features can occur, in nature, again, from people mixing with other ethnicities, you know. So it's not impossible for a Latina or a black woman to look like this. No, no, it's very, very possible. In fact, when I was in high school, I used to know a lot of black girls who actually looked like this. Because again, either the mama was black and the father was white, or vice versa. Okay, so the child had, again, physical traits of both races, you know. And Latinas, of course, we are the original swirl because Latinos, we are a mixture of European, black, African slaves that were brought to the Americas, and indigenous tribes all over America, So this mutt look is us. Is very us. What does a Hispanic person look like? This, okay, or even this. Because again, Hispanics, we come in all colors of the rainbow. Okay, now continuing with the review. These dolls, they're both groundbreakers because it was the first time that Barbie was marketed as either black or Hispanic. Okay. Now, throughout the years, ethnic labels change. Now, why do they change? Because of society or because, politicians or whatever is in. Like for instance, Latinx. I'm Hispanic, y'all. I don't know what Latinx means. I know it refers to my people, but I don't know. I don't understand for part of my ignorance. But what was that X about? Wasn't Latino enough? I mean, and again, my black brothers and sisters, again, you have also gone throughout the years, through your share of different labels, every decade or so. And I guess it's our turn also to keep changing labels. But whatever you call yourself, okay, like I said, these dip dolls, are absolutely beautiful. And they are not beautiful just because they're dipped. No, no. That's part of what makes them beautiful. Yes, they're ambiguous. Not ambiguous, but, well, yeah, a little ambiguous ethnic look, you know. But it's because they represent minorities. They represent peoples, two different peoples, okay, who hadn't really seen themselves in Barbie's eyes, But now, all little Consuelos and all little Tamicas could see themselves in these dolls' eyes. Okay, now, it's not until now again, although these dip dolls, might have rubbed some people the wrong way, it certainly was a big step in the right direction. Let me, tweak with the camera a little bit because it's a little bit twisted. I'm sorry. Okay. Now, it wasn't until later into the 90s that Mattel got wiser, okay, and decided to not only make dip dolls, but decided to make dolls with more accurate ethnic features, okay, like Teresa. This is what I call the Selma Hayek head mold. Because when I saw this doll for the first time, I immediately said, "Ooh, she looks like Selma Hayek." Okay, now it's not the official Selma Hayek Barbie per se, okay, and I guess because they didn't want to pay her royalties. But again, Mattel always, looks at celebrities for inspiration on their dolls. So whoever came up with this cult for Latin-looking dolls obviously thought of Selma Hayek, clearly, you know. Now she has, like I said, a very more ethnically accurate look, But again, this doll was not produced until somewhere in the early 90s. Okay, so this is a more ethnically accurate, okay, version of what a Hispanic woman looks like. Same goes for black dolls, okay, black Barbies. Namely, this is Shani. Again, Shani has a head mold, a face sculpt that, again, it's more representative, okay, of African features. You see, she actually looks like a black woman, you know. So again, another beautiful sculpt with a toothy smile, like Teresa over there, you know. So, but again, this type of ethnic accuracy did not occur until, the early 90s, when Mattel got wise, or maybe, and, maybe people wrote letters saying, all right, enough with the dip dolls. How about a little something more authentic, you know? So, anyways, another reason why I call these dolls sisters, is not only because they're made from the same molds, but also because even down to their jewelry, as you can see, they bring the same stuff. I almost said a cuss word. You know, they bring the same exact type of jewelry. Okay, except that the black Barbie, her shoes match all her jewelry because it's all red, and for the Hispanic Barbie, the shoes are black, but again, her jewelry is all red too. Okay, now these two dollies, as gorgeous as they are, okay, let me see. These dolls are from a time when you didn't need a chainsaw to get them out, because they were simply secured by a little twisty tie in the back of the cardboard liner. I broke it. Okay. And voila. She's out of her liner. Ta-da! There she is. Looking gorgeous. 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 Ugh. Again, this is the Steffi head mold. Like I said, she's ugly proof. No matter what skin tone or hair she's given, she is fierce. Okay. So here's Miss Black Barbie. Now let me take out Hispanica. Now, again, gorgeous, gorgeous. Oh, she's so beautiful. She's so beautiful. Oh. Now, it's I will say this, and we live in an age where politically correctedness has gone out of hand, has gotten out of hand, really, because everybody is offended by something. If a squirrel passes gas in the woods, somebody will be offended. Okay, and I'll say this: as much as these two darlings have in common, there is something that I take with a grain of salt. I'm not offended, and I'm not crying racism, but really, Black Barbie, she looks hip, y'all. She looks hip with this glittery outfit. But Hispanica Barbie, she looks a little homely, okay? And you know, in the 70s, when these dolls were conceived, in the 70s, yeah, you could easily see a lot of black women, wearing outfits such as this, you know. But come on, not every Maria, would walk around wearing something this folkloric. Again, I'm not complaining. No, I'm not complaining. Because again, she's a step in the right direction. You know, so I'm not hating on this outfit. I just found it a wee bit condescending, just a wee bit, just a little bit, just a little bit. And again, I'm not crying racism. But comparing apples to apples, well, Sister Girl is fierce, looking glamorous and glittery. Well, this poor girl, she looks too, like I said, too folkloric, too peasanty, As a matter of fact, what I feel would have been brilliant, since these dolls have so much in common, okay, already, for their respective minority that they represent, okay, again, why, in fact, even in the boxes, the boxes, have this round. I mean, the boxes look nearly identical, because again, they decided to, kill two birds with one stone. Okay. What I think would have been like a better idea, I would have foregone this folkloric peasanty outfit, and I would have given her this exact same glittery skirt and bodysuit, like, well, it's bodysuit, but you know, like a swimsuit, really, because it cuts off. Um, Giving her the exact same gown outfit, but in a variation of instead of red with gold trimming, I would have made it instead of red glittery, I would have made it white with glittery fabric, and maybe this part red in red. I think she would have looked smashing with this exact same design. You know, I mean, but again, that's just my personal opinion. You know, um, anyhow, um, today's children, and even you lovely millennials, I believe the millennials are those of you who were born after the year 2000 or on the year 2000, on or thereafter. All you, the 20 somethings, again, you guys are used to, for the last 20 years, or at least the last 10 years, seeing every possible combination of ethnic looks and variations represented on dolls. And again, that's beautiful. It's wonderful that children of all ethnic backgrounds or all mixed races can see themselves in Barbie or Ken's eyes. Yes, yes, that in itself is beautiful, and that's certainly not a problem. But you see, to those of you, like I said, specifically the younger folks, I like to, let you know that there was a time, okay, when ethnic diversity wasn't available or as vast as it is today. Because in the last 5 years, Mattel has left no stone unturned. You know, they recycled every head mold for every ethnicity and skin tone and hair combination. And that's fine because Mattel is a business. You know, so for 1979, these girls here, they were groundbreaking. They really were. They were groundbreaking. And dip dolls may not have been as ethnically accurate as these other little ladies, okay? But these were certainly trailblazers and two big steps in the right direction, the direction of ethnic inclusion, okay? And as you can see, these dolls are gorgeous. I believe she deserves to be reissued. Some years ago, Black Barbie was reissued, and yes, I have her, and but she's stored away. So I plan in the future making a video comparing the original with the reissue. Okay, and I'll certainly go into detail about it. But this girl, I think she also deserves to be reissued, but they didn't. They haven't reissued her, you know. And that's not to say that I think black folks have it better than Latinos. No, no, no. I think it has more to do with the fact that a lot of Latinos, okay, because are of in the lighter shades of skin tones, actually see themselves as white. Okay, it's inaccuracy, but a lot of Hispanics, if you ask them, what color they are, they will tell you dead in the eye, "Yo soy blanco. I am white." No, you're not. uh, but again, that's a whole other conversation. And because a lot of Latinos see themselves as white, because again, a lot of Latinos, a lot of Latin women actually look like this. Okay, um, they look at a Barbie with blonde hair and blue eyes and figure, okay, yeah, of course this represents me. You know, but not exactly. You know, again, Mattel did a wonderful job with the addition of these two ladies in 1979. Like I said, they're groundbreaking. You know, they're beautiful. And if you happen to be black or Latino, I think you will be a little bit more attuned to the significance of these dolls. You know, again, that's not to say white folks don't care about it. No, no. But again, white folks have seen themselves in Barbie's eyes, since she was conceived. And the truth be told, Barbie is white. Barbie was born white. Okay? And that's not I don't mean that snide in any way. Yeah, Barbie is white. She was born white. She was created white. It took some time, for Mattel to wise up and say, you know what? Maybe other ethnicities, want to see themselves in Barbie's eyes. And that's why these ethnic variations came about, you know, um, for the Almighty Green. Okay. Because for many, many years, black and Hispanic children had no choice but this, you know. So it was high time for children of other ethnicities, children of the melanated people, okay, to also be able to see themselves in Barbie's eyes. I believe I have covered all I wanted to say, okay, on these lovelies, okay. Um, so yo, Netflix, thank you for the Black Barbie special. Now, how about making a Hispanic Barbie special too? That'd be nice. That'd be nice. But anyways, thank you all for watching. My subscriptions keep growing. I love you all very, very, very much. For me to make these little videos, it means a lot. Even just to make my humble little videos, trust me, it means a lot because I have to do a lot of coordinating with my family, make sure nobody's yelling at me or whatever, interrupting my video. So believe me, I appreciate you all very, very, very much. I love you, smooches, smooches, smooches. Thank you, thank you, thank you, for allowing me to come into your homes via the internet, or have you in the palm of your hand. You could be riding the bus watching my videos. I don't know where you could be, you know. So the fact that you take the time, okay, to listen to me and my thoughts, on these dollies that I adore, and obviously you must love too, means a lot. I don't take anything or anybody for granted. Okay. I love you all. I appreciate you all. And I thank you immensely again for allowing me to do this. Um, Although my subscriptions are modest because I'm only in the 400 and something, I've only been doing this for a couple of years, you know. But this is not a race. I'm not competing with anybody. There's other YouTubers who have been doing this for years, with sophisticated software, and better lighting rather. They do fancy edits, music, pictures, and again, I don't have the expertise, to do such elaborate videos, So I just humbly make them from my room or the living room, So as humbly as I make my videos, very, very low tech, um, again, you guys stick by me. You guys watch me. You guys listen to me. And again, I cannot thank you enough. I believe I have taken enough of your time. Here's your buddy Donnie signing off for now and leave you with these beauties. Ta-ta for now.